today. Give them a round of applause. All right, today's Veterans Day, and we are always saluting our heroes. Today we would like to honor the veterans that are here with us and those represented on our Veterans Wall of Honor.
Each star on our Veterans Wall represents someone from our DMS extended family that has served.
Veterans are everyday people just like you and me.
They are people that gave part of themselves for our freedom.
They are the heroes that stood firm to protect the liberties of human rights.
They are the men and women who fought for our rights to be free.
They are the everyday people in our lives, our parents, uncles, and aunts,
our grandparents, cousins, and neighbors.
They are the postal workers, the police officers, and the highway workers.
They are our teachers, our coaches, and our bus drivers.
So, Barons, let me ask you this. Would you recognize a veteran today?
If you did, would you take the time to say thank you?
Can I help you?
Just a cup of coffee, please.
Coming right up. Oh, there's no charge.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Thanks again.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support.
Can I take a picture?
Sure.
All right, smile. There you go.
Sir, my son would like to ask you a question.
Are you a hero too? That man said you were.
I just served as best I could.
Can we take a picture?
Sure.
All right, smile big. Easy.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support.
Can I get you a refill?
We need to thank them each and every day. So thank you for serving our country and protecting our freedoms.
You know, Allie, when you guys showed me that video in student council chambers, I told you I might get through this. And I saw that tattoo peeking out from underneath the guy's sleeve. It reminded me of the story I told you guys about my dad and how my kids would ask their grandpa, how'd that great big bird get on your arm? Never once did he talk to them about the war. And I'm not sure we ever thanked all of our veterans enough because they served. His answer to my kids would be, well, I stuck my arm out the window going down the road and a bird hit it and it's been there ever since. He had every opportunity to take a bow, but he never did. I don't know if I ever really thanked him.
You know what, Mr. Friels? You should thank him. All adults should thank our veterans, just like our children.
You know, as adults, we forget about that sometimes. We're too busy teaching kids to do the right thing, and sometimes we forget to take that moment to say thank you to all these people sitting right here.
Mr. Friels, you need to make sure that you thank him.
You're right, Al. Dad, thank you.
Thank you. Sometimes it's hard to understand the sacrifices that our veterans made.
We take for granted the fact that they put their own lives on hold to defend the idea of freedom.
They took the time to make sure that our flag still stood for something.
They answered the call.
They understood that freedom was what Old Glory stood for.
Do we?
What does she stand for?
That they would sacrifice so much.
They left behind the comforts of home.
They put their dreams on hold.
They had to leave family behind.
They placed themselves in harm's way.
They endured incredible hardship.
They suffered physical wounds.
They suffered emotional wounds.
They risked their very lives.
They sacrificed so much because she stands for the freedom to worship,
Freedom to pursue your dreams.
The equality of all men.
The right to vote.
Protection of the helpless.
the right to justice, the future of our children. You are our heroes.
We salute our veterans.
Now let's honor those people that have joined us today for Veterans Day. Each one of our guests has served us and our country. We would like to read their names and recognize them for when they served. Please stand if you are able. We will hold our applause until the end to recognize them together.
Frank Hellis, Army. Mark Peppercorn, Army. Elmer Coburn, Navy. Daniel Barrage, Army. Dan Myers, Army. Jim Reese, Army. Dave Comment, Army. Chris Straw, USAF, Air Force. Mike Yodes, United States Marine Corps. Jack Steckley, the U.S. Navy. Steve Boggs, U.S. Army. Shane Kohler, Army. Ashley DuBois, U.S. Army. John Heffer, U.S. Army. John Taggart, U.S. Army. Nor, U.S. Army. Jama Griffith, U.S. Army. T. Timbrook, United States Marine Corps.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray, for purple mountains' majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Kirk Sells, Army. Jack McClure, Navy. Ed O'Neill, Army. Robert Fenton, Army. Char Worsling, Air Force. James Womack, Army. Gregory Smith, Navy. Herschel Penrod, Army. Hayflick John, Army. Catherine Hess, United States Marine Corps. Bob Rue, United States Marine Corps. Bob Meyer, Navy. James Allen, U.S. Marine Corps. Mike Pettis, U.S. Navy. Brian Young, U.S. Air Force. Wes Matzer, U.S. Air Force. Ben Swak, Army. Hush Taylor, Navy. Larry Bride, Air Force.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray, for purple mountains' majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
David Bill, Army. Jerry Fraud, Army. Bill Saylor, USMC. Lona Ross, Army. Jeff Segas, Army. C.T. Chap, Army. John Metter, Marines. Mr. Bowman, Air Force. Jeremiah Elliott, Army. Amanda Bowen, Air Force. Joseph Manning, Army. Amy Rentz, Marines. Shelby Ricketts, Air Force. Tim Zimmerman, Joe Coates, U.S. Navy. Tony Worthington, U.S. Air Force. And Richard Krebs.
If we did not say your name and you're a veteran, please stand if you are able.
Thank you, Mrs. Schwartz, you're in the National Guard. Thank you, Mr. Rector, we appreciate everything you did.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray, for purple mountains' majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
We would like everyone to go ahead and please stand up and join us in for one more time.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray, for purple mountains' majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His
that freedom. Because freedom is not free. So they came forward.
Brave men and women
Who would risk their lives
so we could live free.
They answered the call. They were willing to give it all. They defended our nation and held our flag high
They took a brave stand.
to defend this land.
What a great price they paid.
What a great sacrifice they made. They served with courage, honor,
Strength,
integrity,
commitment,
valor, character, bravery, sacrifice,
dedication,
excellence.
veterans.
We will always remember. We will always be proud.
We salute you. Let's have another round of applause for the people who risk their everyday lives for our freedom. Let's stand. We couldn't thank you enough, and it means a lot that you are all here today. So thank you so much.